You're interacting negatively with him. He's blonde and is currently very busy driving a track vehicle. Not trying to die here.
If a random person was to look at your face right now, what would they think of you? What would they think you are, or of your past?
They probably think that my eyebrows are missing. And just like I said, it's various scorch sparks. He's looking very hasty and annoyed. All kinds of negative emotions. Mostly annoyed and pissed.
You just run through a tunnel for about an hour carrying this tech priest all alone. You're just covered in soot and mud and sitting there pretty pissed off. And in the back we have Victor. What do you
Already, huh?
Yes, I'm gonna say you were there with him the whole time. You've just been observing them until now. What do you look like? What does your character look like?
Well, you guys will notice that Victor is kind of a mysterious figure for you. Have not, I guess, seen much of what he's capable of. This is apparently your first time seeing him. So he's shrouded by a really thick and dark, like greenish cloak. It looks very tattered, somewhat dirty. Seems like it hasn't been washed in multiple weeks. And then he's got a very metallic and shiny, ornate-looking mask that he has covered by the hood of said robe. And with his every step, you can feel that there's some weight in it. Every time he seems to be moving forward, a little bit of the earth kind of moves. So he's got a little bit of weight in his step.
Do you have any visible weapons, tools?
No, everything is shrouded by the cloak.
Awesome. And you're kind of sort of covering your face occasionally when you pass by some of the nobles on the elevated bridges on Aventine. The sort of black-tinted vehicle is bathed in an orange light from the sun in the horizon, and you can see sort of the glittering of the sand dust through the light. And Callus, where are you in the vehicle?
Perhaps in the back, since Matt wouldn't allow me to ride shotgun with him.
For good reasons.
Also, you can see Callus wearing his priestly robes, his hair made up into a ponytail. You can see as he tries to wash away the ink that ejected from his auto quill due to Matt's rapid acceleration of the vehicle. You can see his long fingers, too long for his body's proportions. He is currently shielding some paperwork important to him from being damaged. He also, on his left, close to the door, holds his new acquisition, a flamer, which Matt graciously acquired for him. Currently, he also holds into his left hand, which he has over his flamer, the mark of the firebrands, thinking profusely of what to say when he meets their lord.
Interesting. So you're still dressed as a firebrand?
No, I just have the mark in my hand.
Do you have any visible signs of the ecclesiarchy on you? Do you read any texts, any holy texts from there?
Not necessarily, but the signs most likely are on his robe. Like, he clearly tries to show his dedication to the imperial truth and his status as an ecclesiastical member.
Awesome. On the way there, you picked up 2 new acolyte contacts. You've sort of kept in touch with Jericho, your inquisitorial asset in the city, and Scaevola. What is your character doing right now?
Well, I was in the car with them.
Yes.
I'm sitting at the back of the car. Should I describe myself?
Yeah, if you want. It's voluntary.
He is a tech priest, you can understand, because he's dressed in the red robes of Mars. Underneath his skull, you can see he has his cybernetics attached to his throat, covering up to his mouth. Instead of eyes, he has 2 blue lenses, and underneath his skull, he has no hair. He doesn't show any emotion in his eyes because he doesn't have any anymore.
But how many visible bionics do you have?
How many visible what?
Augmentations.
He has 2 mechadendroids, but they're folded because I'm inside the car, so they're underneath the robes.
They're underneath the robe, yeah. And you're just sitting there sort of staring straight ahead as the lights from the city sort of whiff by your robes and your face, occasionally illuminating it, and you can see... can they even see your eyes?
No.
So you can see
He doesn't have
face,
eyes.
They're
his face
flashing
and
lights.
bionics. Yes.
Yeah. I'm more
Cool.
interested. Scaevola is more looking at Mordecai and his augmentations.
So you're sort of leaning down. Mordecai is laying in the middle of the car, or in the back seat. There's a huge, like, stretched limo type of seats, almost like sofas, and you're leaning over and looking at his wounds. It looks awful, and you can feel the machine spirit crying in pain. You see sparks flying. Whatever you touch, you can hear some squeaking of the pain of the machine spirit.
Is he going to make it?
You can do a tech use test, +10.
Since we're both in the car, can I assist him?
Absolutely. You get
It
a
won't be necessary. You'll see why.
You get a +20.
Oh,
Well, it was almost
I-
necessary.
I just wanted to spark.
What do you want to do with that?
I was about to ask Matt to give his Omni tool to.
oh yeah, I forgot to add my other tools in there. But yeah, I'm just trying to see if he's gonna make it.
Yeah. You lean down and you see that he's going to survive, but his voice module is totally broken. It is shattered. He was able to squeak out some noises with his normal voice before everything sort of collapsed as he was carried out. He's gonna make it, but he needs help over time. He needs extended healing.
Then I lower myself a bit more and speak to him in the glorious language that the Omnissiah blessed us with. Binary.
Nice.
The moment you pipe up in binary, I'm gonna cut you off and say, hey, his voice modular got stranked up, just calm yourself. Let him rest for...
I ignore Mac because he doesn't understand the intricacies of the Mechanicum. And I'll tell Mordecai, relax, brother. You are in safe hands. We are here to help you.
You see what is left of his eye sort of look up, and it barely spots you. And it looks like he's trying to communicate because his eyelid is quickly flashing. And he tries to get view of his voice modulator, but he can't bend his neck.
Me and Petri, can we try and do something to fix it up at least a bit?
You can try to do a tech use test, -30.
Okay, who can help?
The vehicle is shaking. You're sort of driving through the city.
Oh, that's
you
fine.
can see lumen globes sort of flickering in the horizon as they dance over the vehicle.
Sure.
You sit in the back. It's pretty dark as well.
Kellis turns to Matt and says, "Hey, Matt, think you can keep us steady?"
Mac turns over. Do you really think it's smart to do this now, kids? Leave the men alone to fucking breathe for a second and wait till we're back at jerk. Can you guys do that for 1 second, or is this so fucking important?
Well, we're trying to make sure that he actually makes it.
He's stable for now. Just keep your hands off him and let us concerned Medicaid or tech priest look at it later.
Victor is going to take a look around the floor of the area where the tech priest that's currently dying in the vehicle is stationed, and kind of puts his hand out from the cloak and swipes the floor with it, revealing that we're all sitting in blood right now.
Nice.
I will turn to Victor and I'll say, Brother Victor, do you have an optical mechadendrite?
He'll shake his head no.
Would an aspect servo straw serve your purpose?
Indeed it would.
Then I'm gonna send my. Then Kellis will send his servo straw spyglass.
This sort of you can describe it. What it looked like.
Oh, he looks with different sensors. You can see some sort of antenna in the shape of the aquila on his head, and one of his eye sockets has a reversed spyglass from the old days of nautical navigation.
So this skull sort of hovers up and then lands in the back seat.
Skyvola will suddenly open a compartment at the front of his neck and take out a cable of an interface port and connect himself with the auger. Well, what's the servo skull? So he can share its vision with him.
How much space do we have in this vehicle, per
Like
se?
I said, it's kind of like a van more than it's a car. It is pretty large. There are 3 rows of couches almost.
Okay.
Well,
Now
as
that
soon as you
I-
link yourself up with the skull, you're going to notice that the cloak Victor is wearing starts to shift ever so slightly. And from underneath the cloak, you're going to see 2 mechadendrites pop out. One you would recognize to be the optical mechadendrite that you asked that he had, that he told you no, he didn't have. And then the other one would be a Medicaid mechadendrite.
Nice.
I see myself in no need to confront you about this.
As the mechadendrites come out of your robe, very fittingly you pass 2 pillars, and the light from the sun sort of flickers dramatically, casting light on your mechadendrites.
I don't think he said they came out of his robes. I think he said that I saw them because I now have an auspex, basically.
Well,
And I
no,
can see
they're shifting out from underneath my cloak.
Oh, okay, my bad. I
Doesn't
understood it
matter.
wrong.
Doesn't matter. Whatever is
Yeah.
cool and cinematic is what happens. All right. So,
So,
what happens?
Now, I had a minus 30. What do I have now?
Would be a plus 20 from the skull. And from my assistants, another plus 10, if you wish.
Okay, so 30. Then we get the assistance of Victor.
You
I'm
only get
guessing.
plus 10 from assistance.
Oh, yeah, that's
So the modifier would be a plus 10 up till now.
okay. So I have my combi tool servo skull and my utility mechadendrite, so it becomes plus 30, I think.
You have minus
Or-
30 to begin with,
Yeah.
and then you can apply whatever bonuses. 1 assist.
But I'll just put a 10 because I know I have a lot of bonuses right now. I'm not sure. Is that good or?
It's not a
sounds
big deal.
good.
Just roll. It's not a big deal.
Rolls a crit fail. Oh, nice.
What happens, Skull?
That's 7 successes. I go around scratching at his neck, trying to find where the damage is located. I see a bunch of cables basically ripped apart So I use my utility mechadendrite to fuse them together, connecting the ports, restoring functionality to his voice module.
You sort of hear this reverse breaking of a voice into digital form, right? As a very clear voice comes out. Help, help me. You must lend help. He looks down at his chest.
Callisus looks and says, "It's really that bad? You think you can make it?"
I am unsure. What do my wounds look like?
You'll be fine. Stop moaning about it.
How much oil or anything does it come out from his wound?
Like Victor said, there's a pool of blood under the skin.
I quickly turn to Matt and says, "You're wrong."
The vehicle is shaking, and you can see sort of the broken mechadendrites cutting into his flesh as blood pours out.
Victor is going to start performing the rites for his passing.
Oh my
Awesome.
god!
Nice. So Mordecai is going to voice up again and say, "Take me to Jericho now."
Yeah, I'm already on it. Can the rest of you shut up back there and not touch the body?
Negative.
Anything else you want to do before you arrive?
I'll talk to him once again. Brother Mordecai, requesting permission to operate on
Proceed.
your person. I'll try to remove the mechadendrite stuck in his chest.
Do a Medicaid test, -20.
I have a medical mechadendrite.
Oh, thank God we have a medic.
We stabilized them last session, so I don't know why.
The whole commotion of carrying him into the vehicle has caused his broken mechadendrites in his body to sort of tear open the wounds. And start moving.
Anyone else with training want to help me? So
Nope, I have none. Oh, actually, wait. Let me just check if I have such knowledge. Oh no, I have none.
all right, I'll do it with a mind stent.
You're on your own, boss.
Oosh.
I'll
What-
use an
what happens?
inspiration point. I
Okay.
had one from last session left.
Yeah.
Ah,
Close.
So close.
Close, dude.
I don't think it did much damage though compared
As
to.
you try to like tend to his wounds and pull the mechadendrites out of the open wound, you hear this sound as something is squashing underneath, and you hear this sentence in the back of your head: "The flesh is weak," and you see Mordecai go out and become pale. Blood is pouring out like this viscous liquid filling your hands. You finally arrive at Mobius 21.
Oh well, then just the last thing. Then I cut the tip of his mechadendrites, so I leave the ones stuck inside him. Like the very tip, it's stuck inside him, but the rest of the mechadendrite, I cut it.
and stop you from doom.
I have the medical mechadendrite has a saw, medical
Yes.
saw.
Yes, that's right.
So you stopped driving and sent the car spiraling into nothingness to stop me from cutting off the mechadendrites.
Considering we're almost there, I don't think that will be very reaching.
You hear Victor at this point get louder in his incantations of the last rite.
You can just hear Callus say under his breath, "Protect, please."
Nice. Okay, so you stop outside this huge gothic cathedral-like structure. What do you do?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna tell Matt to assist the tech priest in moving the body as subtly as possible to our friend, to Sun.
Is there a parking garage underneath the Mobius building?
There is a private garage to Jericho's place, and you can easily park the vehicle there.
That's what we're gonna do.
Yep. So you park the vehicles, you get out. Do you want to go inside?
Yeah, I'm dragging Mordecai with.
Yep. Remember to say like where do you want to go. Just say where your characters go and what they do and so on. Because it's up to you to sort of lead the direction. So yeah, you go into the building.
Do we have a stretcher of sorts?
The vehicle has cloth and like simple poles that you can make your own makeshift stretcher.
Not enough time for that. Mac just fireman carries.
Yep.
You're going to see Victor immediately notice that the vehicle is stopped. He's going to turn towards the door, open it, get outside of it, and as you notice him getting out of the side of the vehicle, you can feel the vehicle raise about 1.5 inches. And you're going to see him and 2 giant manipulator mechandrites pop out from his back as the mechandrites are kind of like poking and prodding at the unconscious now tech priest, trying to signify to you that he is willing to carry him if possible.
Nice. So you all rush in. You make it to the elevator. Everything here is well maintained. You enter this beautiful stone-tiled hallway. The light from the chandelier above you is sort of glittering, reflecting, throwing these crystal-like shapes on you. As you run over to the elevator, you can hear the blood hitting the tiles as you run up and into Jericho's place.
Before you start, as they run up there, I get in the car and drive it somewhere far away.
Cool. Jericho opens the door and you can see him sort of kind of worried. He's wearing casual clothing. He goes, you made it. What happened?
Kella says in a panicked voice, he's losing a lot of blood, Jericho. I don't know.
Quick, bring him to the back room. Jericho.
Yeah. Mac follows Jericho along to the back room with Mordecai.
Jericho looks very worried as he sort of grabs Mordecai's legs and helps carry him to the back room. The rest of you look around the flats. There are various drinks here. You can find some cheap Amasek. There are glow sticks on the table. It looks like someone has been camping in here. And it looks like Jericho lives there full time now. You can sit down. There is a cogitator in the back with various pick recorders, various records, and various data slates thrown about.
Can I see what he was investigating? Just, take a peek.
Yeah. So you sort of walk over to the table and sit down. Do you want to access the cogitator, or do you just want to look at the folders?
The folders. I prefer solid paper, if possible.
Good. The papers read Senatorum Draconum, Senate Herring. It talks of someone named Marcus Conte, and it says that there's a judicial committee hearing, and it's more of a formality, but it is an opportunity to influence the Lords of Aventine. It basically lays out a plan for influencing the Senatorium. He also writes of an opponent, Theus Donecker, who represents the nobles of the planet. And this is basically his notes for the Senate hearing.
Nice.
Yes. It looks incomplete, so you can definitely try to contribute to it.
Yeah. Should I roll Askellon Scepter test? Common lore?
Yes, exactly.
Any modifiers?
Nope.
Mm.
Wow, okay.
40 degrees.
that's pretty good. Okay, so there's a writing kit there, so you don't need that, even though if you have it. So
I'm just gonna borrow some ink from him.
Yeah. So in game, this basically means that when there is a herring, you're going to be able to assist and choose the strategy and so on. But that comes later. So,
I'm just gonna look at this paperwork and say, rookie mistake.
nice. So you correct a few things with fresh eyes. It's always good to have a fresh pair of eyes, look at the texts. And with everything you know from the investigation as well, you can definitely contribute. A little while passes and you see Jericho sort of standing in the opening of the door. He looks at you. I think he's gonna be alright.
Well, that's great, boss man. I left his notes over here as he yanks on his old bag.
What did you see down there? What had happened?
Yeah. I'll give you a full, brief report. Scavenger gangers were interrogating him for some weird. Two of them, one armed with a flamer, the other with an auto gun. You were busy beating him to pulp. Nothing much more stands out.
Should have known. Mordecai was snooping a little bit too close to the criminal underground. He must have uncovered something on them. This was their form of revenge. I'll find a new place for him to operate. Might be a few weeks before he's able to aid you.
Well, that's good. His old place is burned, though. Don't worry about it. I took care of it.
He sort of seems surprised, raising one eyebrow. Takes a step forward. Good instincts.
Nah, not instincts. Just a little bit of explosives.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need to sleep soon. Do you need anything else?
Callus already knows where the shower is, so he's automatically heading towards there. Also telling him that, by the way, I've made some adjustments to your plan. Improvements, of course. You're free to see the spreadsheet. I'm putting it here as he puts his papers on the table. Near his folders.
Thank you. By the way, I've heard from Lord Castor. He's on the way to the sector. I assume you've heard.
Yes, you have notified us of his approach into orbit last time we met.
He has the data of your Voxcom. Let me know as soon as you hear from him.
Understood.
Jericho sort of gets ready, tidies the apartment, cleans up the blood, and you are free to move about, get cleaned up. There's a little kind of a lounge area. The only light in the place now is this little glowing lumen source in the corner of the room, and the light from the city coming through the blinders. You feel like you're sitting in relative calm and safety. So yeah, what do you do?
I believe I will. Is there a type of minibar in this place?
Oh yes, Jericho is very fond of his Amasek. There's various luxurious drinks local to the world and so on.
Then I guess Callus will attempt one of his dreams when he was small at tending a bar, small bar on his holy world.
Nice. What you're pulling up is a square bottle. It says Glees. It is a very thick, viscous liquid. And when you pour it, you can smell this very strong, almost earthy flavor.
He pours it into a glass and takes the glass to Matt and says, I believe this is one of your type of drinks.
One of my type? Oh, wait. I know this one. Ooh, that's been a couple of years. Jesus. As he grabs it and starts swigging from it.
This is an extremely rare, very expensive drink. It is made from trees that exist only on some moons in a distant sector.
Damn.
At
Mac
this
just didn't
point,
tell you.
At this point, Victor is going to go over to the bar where everyone seems to be gravitating, and he's going to quickly look at the types of drinks that are currently on the shelf, and he's going to process for a moment and try and find the one that has the highest alcohol.
The one that has the highest amount of alcohol is rot gut booze. It's just this homemade type of alcohol, fermented, and it looks like it's been brewed a little bit too long and might be potentially dangerous to drink.
He's going to grab the rot gut, he's going to open it, and then he's going to go over to the sink, pull out his mecadendrite, and then pour the alcohol over it as to sanitize the mecadendrite.
You literally hear the sound, almost like acid, as it burns away everything biological.
Jesus Christ, that smell.
Is it safe to say it's now sanitized?
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
Callus looks at Matt and says, wow, I'm surprised you wouldn't find that tasty. You have the look of a man that would drink anything under the sun.
Callus, you gotta think about drinking in stages. First, you start with the nice stuff. Then, once you're heavily intoxicated, you get progressively worse and worse. That's why a hangover is a victory, not a defeat.
Have you ever heard of restraint?
Restraint? I barely even know her.
That is all I... as he looks disappointed, he did not know what to expect.
Anyway, I'm gonna go out on the street for a little bit and check around, see if everything is okay, and refill my dem pack. I'll be out there, come back, and we're gonna hit the sack after. Yeah.
Alright then, I'm gonna make sure all the paperwork is in order, any evidence we have is copied, and then join you.
As he leaves, my manipulator Mecandrite will wave him goodbye.
Nice.
Right, so as for me, Scaevola, when everyone went upstairs to go and save the tech priest Mordecai from dying an early death, I basically went and cleaned up, found somewhere to clean all the blood and motor oil away from the car, and possibly change its ID.
You can do a deceive test forgery. That's a subcategory of deceive.
Do I use fellowship for that?
It's just a straight up deceive test.
No, you're saying...
Plus 0.
Yeah, but do I use fellowship or intellect?
Standard characteristic.
You would roll your deceive as if you were trying to lie to somebody.
Yeah.
Modifier you said is 0?
0.
Oh well.
You sort of change the plates as well as you can. Scribble on some text. Maybe won't pass like an official checkpoint of the yeomanry, but the average citizen should be tracked by it.
I started writing up basically Mechanicus tier type of plates.
Yes.
Oh, so you're using the Times New Roman.
It's written in binary, just these dots. Unfortunately.
1 0
The plate
1
just
1.
says 0
Yeah,
1 0 1.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Well, you do as good as you can.
Yeah,
still.
and after that I drive the car back at Jericho,
Awesome.
which I'm sure I spot Mac.
Oh yes, Mac is sort of standing outside. There's this light breeze. There's a constant trickling of sand, and when you're totally quiet and the vehicle is parked and off, you can hear it hitting the windshield. Sort of this slow, rainy sound almost. As you step out, you see Mac standing there, lit up by a lumen globe.
Do I see the binary plates and
It looks odd, let's just say. It looks a little bit out of place.
Scaevola?
Yes.
What the
Yes.
hell did you do?
Say yes again.
I changed the license plates.
Into
I cleaned the
binary.
blood.
Alright, Scaevola, you're coming with me. We're gonna ditch this car and get a new one. I don't like traveling solo.
Indeed.
At this point, Callus would already be down on the street, attempting to join Mac.
Sure. Callus, you sit in the back again. We're ditching this car and getting a new one.
What? Why? Why would? Oh. As he
I'm
looks at the
pretty
plates.
sure that the yeomanry doesn't read fucking binary and is gonna have a lot of questions.
I believe the text is just fine.
Yes, for you and me, it is. For the yeomanry who can't read binary, it fucking ain't. Anyway, perhaps there's some new loot in the
Crank
back
my
of the
head to the side a bit, wondering why. But I won't express it out loud. Understand it.
So am I getting this correctly that you're splitting the party? Question mark.
No, only Victor is staying inside Jericho's camp. Me, Scaevola, and Callus are going into the car. And if I'm correct, we're going to ditch the car, or at least my idea is to get explosives, ditch the car, blow up the car, and then get a new car.
Okay.
Nice.
And where do
A
you
new
want to do this?
adventure.
Where do you want to do this? Do you want to do it in?
The depot.
I'm glad I'm not with you right now.
I want to get a new car from the depot. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you want to drive back down to the lower areas of
Yeah.
the city, back down to the slum. Gotcha. Okay.
I believe blowing up the car is not the correct course of action.
Yeah, it is. Just to have some ganger warfare, yada yada. Just blame it on some scavenger bullshit. I don't know. Put it full with bullet holes. Everybody will be happy. Plus, neighbors will think it's a fireworks show.
Probability of drawing attention is high.
Yep. And it will think that people from the upper service think we got down here and got blown up the bit. Hopefully, the yeomanry won't interfere anymore.
The light from the sun coming up is getting even clearer, even brighter. You can see each other's faces clearly now. Sitting in the vehicle, it starts shaking as Mac sort of grabs the wheel with one hand and takes off. You can roll a d100.
Oh boy, can I roll it?
Anyone
Last time, Callus, that you who rolled?
I didn't.
Oh,
no,
okay.
I did.
it was Hurgle Furgle. Hello there.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it
Yes,
was
Virgo isn't gonna roll. Wheels are not allowed.
You will roll since you are driving.
Sure.
Have faith in the Emperor. Yeah!
Ooh, okay.
I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
It's good,
That's
it's good.
good.
What you guys don't realize is the explosives have been on the car this whole time, and you all die.
I swear, if Morten rolls on 100, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Okay, cool. Well, you drive through the city and it's early morning. Almost no one is up. And certainly criminals are not up yet. You pass through the city to the depot, you very easily sort of park it in an abandoned area. You probably don't need to do anything with it. Do you still want to demolition it?
It's
I
cleaned
mean,
by
it's a
scaffold?
waste.
So,
Fuck it, we're just gonna... Are there any pic recorders around here that are scanning us?
yes, there are picture recorders everywhere.
Oh no.
Before this vehicle is unceremoniously destroyed in any way, either by us or gangers, I'd like to salvage whatever parts I can from it.
That's gonna take too long, Scafola. I'm sorry, that's gonna be a no. It's early in the morning, nobody's here yet. We're gonna go in and go out just like we were teasing. I'm sorry, but I'll make up to you someday, okay?
By the way, you say at the depot there are pit recorders?
Every building has picture recorders on the corners. The yeomanry has
No.
these everywhere. There are also Askellon landers hovering above the city, and various servitors.
Even
Oh,
in the lower parts of the city?
Oh yes.
Alright.
I'm gonna use both of my servo styles to attempt to block the pit recorders that could possibly see our faces.
You do your best to sort of cover up. You can do a stealth test.
Do I roll for my servo styles or for me piloting them?
You want to just try to hide the party? Just do a straight up stealth test.
Oh, stealth. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm so scared. Do I get a plus or a negative?
You get nothing.
You get nothing. You'll get an inspiration point for awesome roleplaying.
Hey.
I assume that doesn't include me.
Oh,
I'm
very
a
good.
bit.
You made it. Damn, I didn't notice that you were here.
Oh, okay. Everyone else did, but you didn't. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm looking at 9 different screens. Okay, so Hergel is with the party now.
Hi.
Do you... Oh my god. Tavi, okay, this is what happens, Tavi. So you're walking, trying to fidget with your servo skull, and as you look up, you're literally staring into a picture recorder for an extended period of time as you're looking at your servo skull. It probably has like a 360-degree perfect sculpt of your face.
Do I also have my a loud speaker, not loudspeaker, watch sailor servo style going full blast saying, "Oh, by the way, how are you guys doing in the Inquisition?"
I would hope not. That's up to you. If you want that, then
No,
the campaign
I'm
is
good.
about to take a sudden turn. Okay.
I turn out rather not.
Okay, good. No, they just see your face, whatever that means.
Callus would go to the other guys having a worried smile across his face. Looking, you can see a bit of his sweat going from his head to his chin. If anybody would ask what he has done, he would just answer yes. Are you okay? Yes.
So,
Just act natural.
alright,
Nothing suspicious here.
yeah. So, Mac, you very easily find another vehicle. As you know, this place is full of abandoned vehicles from the noble lords. Your technical skills exceed even some of the experts on the planet. You very easily reroute a vehicle and get a new one.
Oh no, I just had a thought.
Is there anything in the trunk again, like the other two?
That's even worse.
Various trinkets. One of the useful things you find is a filtration plug. There's a chrono, there's some clothing, a backpack.
There's a chrono in here.
Yeah, chrono, writing kits.
And those filtration plugs are... Is it only one or two? Like, is it a
It's
full set?
filtration
Or...
plugs. Filtration plugs. You
Okay,
also
so
find some
plural.
magnoculars in the back.
They take the filtration plugs and then just pocket them in my combat pouch.
And once you're done, you drive off. You all now have a new vehicle.
Before we're done, I would like to open the engine compartment and take mental notes in ways that way I can improve the engine.
Awesome. Yeah, you can spend a little time on that. We can do an extended test. So, you drive back to Mobius 21. We can do a short summary of what happens. So, you sort of sit there for the rest of the night with a new vehicle. You're sitting in a semicircle. Jericho is there. What do you want to talk about?
I'm pretty sure, like, we've just traded one crime for another.
And Hergel, can you introduce your character for everyone? You're now sitting in Jericho's apartment. What do you look like?
This is Hera. She has white hair. She's about 5'10", carries a chainsword. She's rather brawny. She's a physician, but don't ask for her bedside manners, as you won't get any.
What is your uniform look like?
The uniform is a tight body glove. Well, it's an armored body glove. She has chest straps for ammunition, medicines, and she also has thigh straps for her 2 pistols, her chainsword, and the rest of her medical equipment. She also has a servo skill with her as well.
Awesome. There's a servo skill sort of hovering around you. Does it look different from Tavi's servo skill?
It is an augur servo skull, but it is remarkably I don't want to say cluttered, but so think of the opposite of cluttered. I can't think of the word. Tidy. That was it.
I see. Okay. The apartment that you're sitting in is now just flowing with yellow-orange light. Looking out, you can see distant clouds, and the sort of everlasting sandstorm looks like a yellowish fog over these gothic spires on the horizon. All right, you're free to do what you want. You're in the apartment.
Right, so after that all just happened, do we have any comm chat of the yeomanry that you know of, Jericho?
Any what?
Any comm chatter about what happened at the ancient tunnels at their construction site?
I wouldn't worry about them. I have, let's just say I have a complete overview of what they're doing. They're not on your trail.
How is our guest, by the way? I didn't get to ask.
You'll make it. You'll need extended help.
Did you find anything interesting in his notes, or?
Nothing I can share right now. I'll get back to you on that.
Right. Is there anything you want us to do after this? Basically told us to wait for,
Look, as far as I'm concerned, I've handed the operation over to you. Whoever is the superior commander, I'm entrusting you to fulfill the Inquisitor's goals.
Well, let's look at this from an objective point of view. We've gotten the spy back. We've got one of the keys. We know that this person is quite heretical. But what to do with that information?
Jericho, from your notes, I've gathered that you attempt to shift the balance of power in the noble court. Is that correct?
Callus, please don't snoop around in my documents. I didn't intend for you to see that.
What can I say? I tend to be, I used to be an archivist. Snooping around is basically my pastime.
Nosy
However-
types aren't appreciated.
We're investigators, we're supposed to be noisy. I take that as a compliment, though.
That's fine. I apologize. I'm a little crass from spending too much time alone.
Would it be wise for us to have for me to suggest a candidate to you?
A candidate for what?
Are you aware of Caius's sister? We have talked about her last time we met. A zealot, if you're aware of it.
He sort of sits there for a while. Olger Amand.
Yep. I was thinking that we could use her. Zealots have and fanatics have a way to be, how should I say this, easily manipulated, and they are quite easily to expect how they would react to certain things. Also,
There you go.
a charm.
Do any kind of fellowship check you want. It's up to you.
Oh, nice.
Except threaten, that probably doesn't make any sense in this context.
Yeah. I'm gonna also serve him a drink while I say this, and I'm gonna put my greatest shit-eating grin.
You get a plus 10
My
for
face.
your successful mission so far.
Could I also use one of my not faith points? What were they called?
Inspiration.
Inspiration points to get a
Dice.
bonus to the roll.
Nope, only to reroll.
Ah, shame.
But you
Oh,
don't need it. That's pretty good. Yeah, no, Callus, you're extremely charming, and you befriend Jericho over the course of the night, or the morning, rather. His sister is kind of tired. You sit and share a drink. He starts talking about his time in the Navy. You get the impression that he's a very proud Navyman, and he dreams of some day returning to the Navy. Perhaps when his services are no longer needed in the Inquisition.
Callus just chuckles at the idea.
He goes, you know, Callus, you're right about Olga. She's definitely compromised. And she is a liability for Caius. Maybe she can be used as leverage.
Or we could use her as a weapon. At least distract the attention from our involvement.
Well, from what I've heard of her, she is kind of a walking weapon.
I'd be a lot...
Do you know where the firebrand is, Callus?
Yes, we are aware of their temple outside the city, am I correct?
That's right. Word of warning. When you approach, keep your weapons holstered.
Figured as much. I could also attempt to call one of my friends from the firebrands to help us make an audition with her.
He raises an eyebrow, sort of looks ironic. Wow, you managed to befriend someone in the firebrand. There should be an award for that.
He just laughs. He knows how easily he could have done that, but takes pride in his accomplishment.
Anything else?
Like I said.
Yeah, go on.
He would say, like I said, easily manipulated, those zealots.
Perhaps, but also extremely risky. If they get a sniff of something heretical, they have the tendency of acting irrational and sudden.
I'm planning on that.
I think I understand what you're thinking.
He just nods.
You know, we could always slip the firebrand a few of those documents that we found. Forgery. Well, I say forgeries, more replicas.
Just make sure it doesn't compromise the operation.
Of course.
Standard procedure. Anything else you want to do the rest of the night, guys?
Nah, Max gonna go
I
in.
wanted to work on the car.
Callus
Okay.
would take a regicide set and invite whoever wishes to play with him.
Nice. So, spending the rest of the morning there, getting a little bit of sleep, I hope. You sort of rest up. And what do you want to do, guys? Remember, this is a campaign run by you. You decide to do things, you decide direction. What do you do?
Victor is going to be taking off bits of his armor from underneath his cloak, and he's going to be maintaining them and trying to clean them with what tools he has to try and keep them pristine and strong.
Nice.
Callus would go to Matt and just smile at him, being fully aware of Matt's knowledge where he wants to go.
And where does Mac want to go?
No, where Callus wants to go.
You're hopeless. Absolutely hopeless.
As he toys with the firebrand sign in his hand, like with a baby dog's eyes, like, can we please, Daddy? Can we?
But is it such a good idea to go to the firebrand?
Oh, I think it's a most marvelous idea. You struck me as a type of gambler in some shape or another.
Yes, well, falling from that train has made me wary.
Oh, have faith in the Emperor.
Yes, and a few extra ribs lying about.
I paint the car red, and I add little white cogs.
Oh,
Nice.
Not conspicuous at all.
For the glory of the Omnissiah. Hey,
So?
didn't anyone check up on me during the night?
possibly I would check up on all the tech priests just because I'm an ecclesiarchical member and I don't trust any of you. If not, I would be too lazy to get out of bed and just send my servo stall.
Then
You know
you'd-
that? Well-
Yeah, you would just see me like elbow deep in grease, preaching the good word of the Omnissiah to the machine spirit, making it work more efficiently.
Yeah, Callus would just
Then I
shake.
paint thing red.
Callus would just shake his head and say, in his mind, tech priests are just so rough, so macabre in their way.
Aren't you mostly Greece anyway?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
I think you're more grease than I am.
Well, I mean, I'm human.
Whoosh.
So, can I do a +0 tech use test on the car to make it go faster?
Go
Just say
faster.
what you want to try to accomplish, and we'll figure out the test for it.
I want to
So you
make
wanna-
the engine go
Yeah,
vroom,
so you
vroom,
wanna
vroom
tinker with
even
the
more.
machine to try to make it even faster and more effective.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Burn more
But
fuel,
that's
go
extremely
fast.
difficult with this. This is a low-class civilian transport. It is a tracked vehicle, and you would need replacement parts and so on to really be effective. But you can
Mac, I
attempt a
fucking
minus
told you.
20 tech use test.
What did you say?
I wanted to salvage that vehicle for parts, but you didn't let me.
For good reason.
No, this can't go faster, even though I painted it red.
What are you,
Hold
a
on,
lord?
hold on, this is
Heretic!
Orc logic. Heretic? Hello? Shoot.
So how
We're-
hard is the test?
Minus 20.
Oh, so it goes 0.
Sake. You spend the morning sort of tinkering with the machine, and you think it might run a little bit faster, especially in rough terrain.
A bit. Disappointing.
You've definitely befriended the machine spirit though, and you speak the same language.
Good times. I'll just blow some more incense on the engine and I'll close the thing.
Consider this a professional courtesy.
What do you do, guys?
Yeah, Callus would appreciate if we would go to the firebrands. He's ready for what's to come.
Is it already morning? Like, I had my good night's morning.
Yeah, you had your pretty
So
princess sleep, I
again,
believe.
to sort of go through the type of campaign, you guys choose the pace of what happens. If you want to sleep the rest of the night, say, so we're gonna go to bed and sort of sleep, get some rest, take some showers. Even if you want to travel somewhere, just describe it, try to add to the scene. You lead the campaign. You decide where to go and everything else.
Okay. So does the rest of the party agree that Mac needs his full night baby sleep and then we go? Or
No,
Yep.
you too pretty.
I have my eyelashes burned off last session. Give me a break.
Like, are you really going to talk to me about how you suffered?
Oh yeah, wait, you
Really?
well, one of us at least survived. The other just
I really wish Morten would have rolled if he bounced into oncoming traffic.
As I recall, I did.
oh god.
Yeah, did you bounce off a building or something? Good enough.
The memes.
Don't you
Yeah.
just love it when the train stops and you fucking... you're gonna get cut to pieces?
I don't know, you tell me from your experience.
Oh, it was quite exhilarating. I
So-
mean, it was a breath of fresh air.
Actually, the wind from your lungs, yeah, I presume so. So, where are we heading?
We are heading to what the fuck are we calling it?
A Firebrand
Firebrand,
Temple?
yeah. Yeah, we'll go there to please you.
Yay!
Meanwhile, I stop on by the black market to refill my demo. Because I haven't done that yet, I think. If I did, then, well, we're
Okay.
straight on.
So you leave Mobius 21, and
Everybody's joining along, right? Victor,
Yeah.
Scaevola, and
As Victor
Here.
notices everybody leaving the building, he'll stop shining his armor and reattach it, and you'll hear like a decompression sound, and he'll just stand up and rudely walk out of the house.
awesome. Good stuff. Yeah, that's very good. Like descriptions of what your character is doing, visual, what it looks like, sort of add to the fun of everyone else in the campaign. That's awesome. So you leave to the car and you get in, and it is now midday. The sun is pretty bright, and who's driving?
Mac.
Match.
Okay, cool. Mac, you start the engine and you notice that it gives a little extra revving power. It roars a little bit stronger than before.
Huh, this is strange.
Where do you want to go?
First stop, Black Market. Second stop, Firebrand.
Okay.
Sure.
So you drive across the streets. It is now filled with people. You see various nobles being carried by entourages of servants. They're sort of tending to them. It looks like almost a live rejuvenate treatment as they're being healed up. And everyone as well can do a requisition test every turn. That is basically the trading for buying something. That way you can get new items.
Can I get that what we discussed last for the schematics for the bolt and the stuff?
One rarity more common.
We said 2.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let it go for this one item, but
You
in
said
the future.
2 for that, but it's 1 rarity for the rarer stuff.
Yeah. I wrote it down.
I've sort of rewritten the rule in the meanwhile. It doesn't really matter, but we'll do it that way for this one item.
I still gotta pass it first, so.
Did you just roll it?
No, I didn't roll it yet. It's from very where it's going to Scareston, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah. So -10. That's gonna be 27. Can I try a commerce test to increase my odds?
Absolutely. That will be in a post-commerce test. So what is happening now, the scene is that you're standing in the black market. There's this kind of shady, mob-looking character, leather armor. It's connected with the scavengers. And you're trying to haggle for the price.
I'm rolling my commerce test now, and it's a 45 against the 44.
No.
This is
Unfortunate. You get a +0 on the roll.
alright, that's just a -10 then. Oh, can I reroll that with a inspiration point?
Nope. Cannot.
Fate point?
Cannot reroll requisition.
I think you could have rerolled the commerce, but I'm
You
not
can
sure.
reroll the cards. Yeah.
I'd still fail, so.
Cool. Alright, unfortunately you stand there haggling. Does anyone else want to requisition anything?
I will try to obtain the same thing he did.
Nice.
Sacrifice.
Victor is going to hand Mac a data pad, and on it is going to say input list here. He's kind of expecting you guys all to put what you want on the data pad, and he will secure it for you.
So I first roll my commerce.
That's optional, you can always just do straight
Yeah,
up
no,
info.
I'm not really asking. Sorry.
Ah.
Okay.
That's my result.
Sick.
Oh, nice. Maybe he fails. He has a trait fail and you just rub him blind.
Nah, that'd be the day.
And then a requisition.
So,
What's the modifier on the requisition?
+30.
Oh, nice.
so it's 20.
Yeah.
I got a 50% chance of getting the schematics for a bolt gun.
And the materials for it.
All praise the Omniscience.
Oof. Fuck.
Oh,
Omniscience ain't got no power here, bitch.
the Omniscience does not believe in you and your bolt guns.
It's not to be. It's not to be.
Maybe I'll pray to the Emperor next time.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. This is how you convert to the tech priest. Just give them a bolt gun.
The mob leader sort of looks annoyed at you and ends the negotiation after you start haggling too intensely. You don't know if he's gonna re-establish contact with you. Leaves out the back entry.
By the way, Matt, what did you want to get? To refuel your...
Yeah, that's just getting it here. There's no requisition roll needed for that, so I should have 5 more dem charges now.
I'm gonna try to get a blind grenade. Let me just get some commerce here. I'll go to my friend.
You can do that in the background while we do the rest of the campaign. It's taking too much time. So, You finish at the black market. Where do you want to go?
Then we go to the firebrand camp.
Okay. So leaving the city, you look around and you pass by the sort of lower bridges, and you look down, and it's just this dark pit of soot and smoke bellowing up, and you probably don't want to be there anytime soon. You sort of get a glimpse of the lower levels of the city, but you safely pass on one of the taller bridges to the exterior. Let's take you to the map.
How many terrains is that, Morten?
How many degrees of Celsius did you get?
Let me... Is it 4 for the degrees?
I think you can get a maximum of 3.
So that'd be like 3 small terrains.
Awesome. Good.
It's gonna pass 1 to Matt and 1 to our
Smoke
sister
or
of battle.
blind?
Blind.
Okay, dudes. You leave Lord Sarwak's palace city. And you start driving out in the wilderness. The dust sort of blowing up around you. You see Mac with the window half the way down. Sand sort of whipping up on the windshield. You're just sweating profusely, being heated up by the scorching sun. As you leave any kind of main roads, you're on a gravel road now, leaving out of the city. In the horizons you see trees, sort of distant mountains. The mountains look strange, they look like crystals growing out of the sand. And in the horizon somewhere you see a lake as you start driving. And I want you to roll a D100.
Mac.
Matt. Do it, Matt.
74. Whoop.
You suck.
I had an 11 before. Get out of here.
Yeah, well, we need an 11 now as well, but you failed.
Alright, we're gonna take a 5-minute break while I prepare this.
Ah,
Oh god. It's another bridge battle. We're fucked.
I should have
I
also
came prepared.
armed the car.
Well, at least we have some smoke grenades if we wanna quick getaway.
Blind grenades.
Well, blinds and smoke is basically the same thing.
No.
No.
Smoke is different than blind.
Oh. Wait, blinds are just flashbangs?
No, a blind grenade has a smoke reach of two tiles everywhere, and whereas smoke has 4. Smoke is just regular smoke,
Oh.
while blind has EM spectrum chaff, IR bafflers, all in it, which blocks anything from looking through it. So sensors and psychic vision, if I believe correctly, won't be able to see through it.
Not really chaff, but close enough.
You know the musical
Yes, please.
from Moana? What can I say except you're welcome? Maybe I'm going for a smoke. For a smoke.
So Jay, what weapons does Mac have?
Oh, hold on, just 1 second. Am I getting it correctly that you're only taking the van? You're not taking any of the bikes?
Yeah, we're only in a car.
No bikes.
Uh, No bike.
So Jay, what's your arsenal like?
I think maybe it's AFK.
Yeah, Mac.
Mac.
Yeah, he's gone.
I'm here. What is it?
Oh yeah, I was asking what's your arsenal like?
I currently have a sniper rifle, a auto pistol, a desire for a bolt gun, and a blind.
What happened to your last gun? Oh, sorry, you cut out.
It's gone.
Oh,
A last gun is gone.
no.
Really? You lost your last gun?
Yes.
Oosh.
Unfortunate gambling accident.
Yeah. I remember a story on a novel where some private lost his last gun and the officer just shot him dead.
Yeah, well, this was when you got out of the guard. So, commissar could suck a nut.
I only have a hand cannon
Oosh.
and I suck.
I don't know.
Oh well.
Yeah. Only risky places are really out in the wilderness. If you want to travel between cities, can be some dangerous wildlife. Gangers.
So, what are the firebrand? Because I was missing. I mean, I wasn't here for the past few sessions.
Can you say, Mike? Do you know? No.
Oh, well,
Firebrand
so-
are basically a militant wing of the ecclesiarchy in 40k.
Oh,
They're equivalent to more like Mormons or something. They're like fanatical,
I get it. Get it.
crazy people.
It just I'm not really like I don't know much about the ecclesiarchy because I didn't like study the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know of other things, but never checked that out.
Yeah, no, they're just basically they're basically fanatics in the ecclesiarchy.
Always thought they only had the Sisters of Battle as a direct thing.
Nope. Well, this is your first battle. Let's see how you do.
Oh
Hopefully
god.
I
I
don't.
don't think the party has ever been in a combat situation before.
I'm on the city map.
Hmm?
On the
No,
city
no,
map.
we're not starting it. Don't worry.
Okay.
Victor, do you want to be called Augment or Victor?
Doesn't matter.
We'll just call you Victor. That's your token. So how many are we? 6?
I think 5.
5.
Yeah, 5.
Gotcha. Cool.
So, do we know how bad it is?
Not yet. We're about to find out.
Well, the last bridge battle that happened, somebody burned to death.
Yes. Yes, they did. I think they permanently died as well.
Yeah, he had to go quickly.
Yeah.
Shame. And that was the first time I ever played.
It was. Oh wow. Good first impression.
Yeah, you also managed to burn my foot off. Great way to start. By the way, are blind grenades any good in this campaign?
Blind is good in specifically this campaign.
Yeah, like by usefulness, I am trying to say, can I get away using the blind grenade?
Yeah, I would think so.
Nice. Oh, does it interfere with the... oh. We'll figure it out then. Man, I so wanted to pick a fight with a tech priest. Like, from Ordos Metallica, there's a saying, if you wish to speak the truth, say it in binary, and I wanted to make up a version of that of that text, saying, if you want to deceive the faithful, speak in binary. Nothing worse than an ecclesiastical member that knows your scripture. By the way, would you appreciate if I use my experience points investing in common lore mechanicus just to dab on our tech priests?
That'd be awesome.
I would totally do it. Dodge. Better
I
use
don't know how you're going to be able to dab on me if you don't have any arms.
Oh yeah. Callus, you better have dodge ready now.
Oh, now you join the conversation.
Or going into a combat situation, you gotta start dodging.
You know, since you Ecclesia goons like flagellation so much, we can make you into an arco-flagellant if you want.
No, thank you. I'm
You
a clerk.
sure?
I'm a clerk, not a zealot.
Alright. 1 minute and then we begin.
Oh man, this is like a countdown to our death. By the way, Matt, could you ram people with our car? I'm sure the tech priest will appreciate that.
Oh well, is the car RQ tech?
No?
But I suppose it's the technology, so...
I don't know who befriended the car. Which one of you cowboys did that?
I mean, I'm the one who worked on it.
Oh. So you don't have a problem with your friend being used as a ballistic force?
Alright, I don't mean to be rude, but I actually have to leave. I've got more people coming over.
Oh,
Christmas time. Wonderful.
Hmm.
damn, that sucks.
Alright. I'll catch you guys later, okay?
Sure, dude.
Have a good game.
Fucker leaves us right in the middle of combat.
Yeah, I guess I won't be dying now, is what he's thinking.
Alrighty, my dudes. Let's
By the
do
way, we had one
this.
person, like, just leave.
One person?
Yeah,
Yeah, he had a lot of guys
Who is
moving
one
over.
person?
it was Fergal. He said people came over.
Fergal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from the Welsh countryside. You never know what happens there.
Oh,
makes sense.
that means his mom said
Well-
to get off the living room PC.
Exactly. And that just means your encounter gets a lot more difficult.
Ah,
Can't you adjust? Oh,
no
I'm
matter.
sure we'll make it through this, you guys.
We might actually have to wait for fucking Jashaka. He's playing songs for Japanese people. Let's see.
I'm gonna spam Jishaka right now.
Yes.
Fuck it, we do it live.
Spam Jashaka. So we have 5
If you
players.
ask me, we just need Mac
4.
to stay alive long enough to land a few shots with the sniper.
Yes.
Okay.
Mac would probably be your best bet right now.
Where is the hell gun when you need it?
Where is this motherfucker has a hell gun and he just leaves us 2 sessions saying this
Suddenly you see him
motherfucker.
despawn in the vehicle, like fucking gone.
Just like those vines. I'm out.
Just shows the OK sign and just disappears.
This is why I need a bolt gun, you guys.
Oh man.
I tried.
We all did.
Well, we've done our best. I guess here we go. I know I've said this isn't a combat campaign. The one place on Aventine where there's an exception is the wilderness whenever you're driving between stuff. It's random encounters. Alright. As you're driving,
Sorry.
you're typing furiously there.
Oh, sorry.
No, it wasn't. I was just commenting. As you're driving, you're looking out the window. Mac is sitting in the front seat. This huge belted vehicle just rolls over rocks, over little crevices in the dirt, and you pass around this small mountain. When you look down a hill, and it looks like a good place to camp. Every night you make a little camp. You have to sleep. You have to rest up. You've traveled for 4 days so far, and as you sleep, you hear this noise.
Do we not have somebody on watch?
You do. Who is on watch?
Yes, Mac is. It's the combat.
Gotcha. Mac, you hear a very worrying sound in the horizon. What do you do?
Alright, people, wake up, we got incoming. Get ready. This ain't a fucking drill. Let's go.
Nice. Everyone can do an awareness test. Plus 20. Mac is a pretty commanding voice.
I fucking failed.
No, Mac, you're already awake.
Oh wait, someone's
okay.
doing? Oh, we got Jashaka.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I literally just walked through the.
Jashaka,
door to
you're
my
about to
room.
save this fucking party right now.
Okay, let me log on to Roll20 real quick.
Get in here, dude.
So, can I get a recap of what's going on?
Absolutely. You're on the way to the Firebrand base, and on the way there,
Okay.
someone rolled some dice in the car and you got a 74.
What are these rolls?
Exactly. Who knows? Who knows?
I'm going to use my keen intuition to re-roll this awareness test with a -10.
Yep. That's good.
God damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna use the inspiration point we got today.
Yes. You can only reroll once, though. Keep that in mind, guys.
Yeah. You mean once per roll?
Once per roll. Jashaka, you get inspiration points.
Ah.
Sick.
Okay.
Skevola, suddenly all the lights in your fucking mechadendrites light up. They literally help you off your seat. You're standing up outside the car now.
Okay, I take cover behind the car. Compared to where the sounds or where I heard Mac shouting from.
I'm online. Where do
Alright.
you guys need me?
I reckon
guys
the
ready?
rest still has issues with get.
I'll slap Callus with my utility mechadendrite.
Awesome. So you slap him in the face. Slowly but surely you all start waking up. Mac, you look behind you. You think you see some kind of shape moving behind a rock in the distant horizon. It's about 30 meters away.
Can I roll another awareness to see what it's.
Yep, you can.
No bonuses?
No bonuses.
81 against 36. then probably don't know what it is.
Nope, it just looks like the trees are moving.
Magpies, Jashaka, we got incoming. Probably some hostile wildlife. Get ready.
Shaka will start getting a little bit further back and setting up a snake.
Did we wake up everybody that failed their initial awareness tests?
Yes, but those who failed are in the back of the vehicle. So who failed their first test?
Me.
Okay.
Yeah, but I slapped you.
Yeah,
Oh.
but you failed the first one. Who else? Petri?
I failed 2 of them.
Jashaka, how do you do? How do you do?
He didn't
You
roll.
need me to roll awareness?
Awareness.
Made it by 3 degrees.
Sick. Jashaka, you wake up very early. You run out to Mac. You're the 2 sort of armed members of the party. You quickly grab your rifle and you're sort of ready, scanning the horizon. You're surrounded by this whipping of a sandstorm. It sort of hits your boots, covering you very quickly as you exit the vehicle. It's quite sunny though when you look up and there's this orange glow coming through, and it's being sort of distorted by the sand. You can barely make out a tree and a stone in the horizon. It looks kind of like a wasteland with the occasional tree, the occasional rock. As you run out, Mac, you see some shade jump out from a rock. Everyone roll initiative.
This is where the fun begins.
Even the people sleeping?
Even the people living. Absolutely, everyone.
Damn, I can't.
Select your
can't-
token and then roll.
Oh, I was on the ruler.
Cool.
Damn.
The Mac. Is this your latest roll or is this a previous one?
This is my latest roll. It's a 10.
Nice.
+5?
Awesome. Jashaka, as you run out, you see a creature coming out from behind a tree. It is running towards you. What do you do?
You have to reorder initiative because I'm actually higher.
Got it. Victor, same sentence.
With all of the moving about, Jisaka getting out of the vehicle, I'm gonna make another awareness test to see if I can gain conscious.
Yep.
What target?
You get a
Multiplayer?
plus 20 because of the time passed. Plus 20.
So how much? 20?
20.
Okay,
6.
I succeed.
You wake up. You still have your actions.
Upon waking up, I'm going to realize that there are much fewer people inside of the vehicle, so not knowing about the situation, Victor's going to go outside and see what's going on.
By the way, it's very difficult to see. It's late at night. Thought my description was a little bit wrong. So you're lit up by moonlight instead. So imagine this bluish tint to everything.
Well, if it's difficult to see, I'm going to pull out my optical mechadendrite and have him
Nice.
be my eye.
Yes. Go. And we're gonna try to aim for
how
like
far?
15-second rounds and cool visual descriptions of what you're doing rather than just rolls. Jashaka, go.
So how far away is this thing moving?
You can see it on the map.
It's 19 meters away from you. It's to your southeast.
Got it. I'm gonna take a half action and aim for its head.
Awesome. Call out your rolls as well because I can't see them. Just say whether you hit or not.
I think he's just going through the options.
If you have, if it's written out, you don't need to say the weapon, but otherwise just call out what kind
I
of...
made it by 3 degrees of success.
Sniper rifle. So you all
Made it
hear
by
this
3 degrees of
loud
success.
blast as the ground is suddenly lit up with the muzzle from Jashaka's sniper rifle. It is like an explosion. You hit Jashaka. You hit the 17,
Actually-
which is a...
Actually, everybody hears a think sound shoot off as the
Nice.
suppressor kind of muffles a lot of the shot.
Awesome. You hit the thing in its arm. The thing looks like a... it looks like an alien from the Aliens movies. It's this grey, crawling,
Oh,
horrible
I was-
monster. It has visible
Oh, it was a
teeth.
called shot towards the head.
You can do a cold shot and a aim action because a cold shot is a full.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
it
okay.
makes you feel better, you get another D10 because you got 2 more success.
That is true.
Okay.
Roll another
So I
D10.
just. Okay.
Ooh.
9. So 20 points of damage, pen 7.
20 points of damage, pen 7. Very nice. Alright. You hear the thing roar in pain. As sort of this arm halfway breaks off. It's just this rag hanging behind it. It keeps crawling, but now in sort of a crooked direction. Mac.
The shotgun's just.
Mac pulls out his own sniper rifle in rapid succession and takes a quick aim as he blasts around off into it.
I'm also doing this.
Say again?
Can someone move my piece back? The.
Yeah, I don't know why you moved out there.
Well, I was trying to move him back for my movement act.
Okay, okay.
Reason
Where do you want to go?
mouse is active.
Mac, describe your actions. What happens?
Mac splits off around into the apex predator and just rolls a 82 against
Is he
95.
leaning? Is he standing up? What does it look like? What is it?
He just takes a normal firing position. It doesn't seem like he takes his threat too serious, but he's kind of mildly.
Nice.
And it does 13 pen 3.
Hits in the 28.
So that's the left arm.
That's the left arm. 13 pen 3. Okay. The thing is hit again. With what? What kind of weapon?
The same as the shotgun sniper.
So we have 2 snipers now aiming at this thing. Another shot tears off the arm completely. The beast sort of starts roaring. And you can hear this halfway, almost human-like voice. And it looks very humanoid. For a moment it's just spinning around, spurting out this greenish black liquid on the ground. Scavola.
Scavola takes out his trusty handgun. Cannon. Points it at the beast. Quickly says a small prayer to the Omnissiah and takes a shot. Short range. And misses wildly.
Okay. Nice. So the hand cannon is pretty powerful. There's a loud blast as you look behind you. You see Scavola standing there with his hand cannon. Shooting over your shoulder, Jashaka. The bullet lands somewhere in the far horizon. The creature starts lunging towards you, Jashaka. At the same moment, you look behind the rock that it came from, and you see another one appear. It is running at full speed, and it runs right up to your face, Mac. You also see, all of you, some creature in the distance to the horizon. It looks like, it almost looks like what you've heard a demon looks like, but you can see that it's from this world. And those of you who have any senses of the otherworldly. Don't sense any warp presence. The thing is going to attack you, Chaka. And it's attacking with a claw. Oosh. That's going to be a hit to your right arm. Chaka, you take...
Wait, can he dodge?
You can dodge. Sick.
I got 6 degrees of success.
You ain't hitting nothing,
this
boy.
is like the Matrix, basically. You're like bending backwards as this claw just whoosh, flies over your head, completely missing you. Very nice. The other one is attacking you, Mac. It is charging at you. That's also a hit to your arm.
I'll dodge as well.
Yep. By the way,
There we
you
go.
have to, in the future, from now on, you have to call a dodge before I say whether it hits or not.
Okay. That's good to know for next time. Anyway, I got a 2 against the 56, so...
Sick. 3 and a 2, wow. So you're both okay. And Callus, it's your turn.
Callus would wake up now after putting his hand where a metadendrite mark is on his face. He would... do we have any trap door that leads to the roof of the vehicle?
A hatch.
Yeah, a hatch.
You do. Yeah.
I would like to use it to... I would have my flamer ready on... Can I use Overwatch?
Yes.
Yeah, I would like to aim it in such a way as to, whenever the other creature comes, to have a very crispy experience, in such a way as not to hit match, if possible.
Guys, reminder. Describe your actions visually, what your character is doing. So you look behind you and you see Callus climbing up from the hatch of the roof of the vehicle. As he gets up, he pulls out a flamer and points it in the direction of the biggest creature. Hera, he's gone. Victor,
How big is this rock in front of me?
big enough to cover your entire body if you're kneeling down.
Victor is... Does it look flat enough on the surface to where I can stand on it?
Absolutely.
Victor is going to climb atop of the stone right here.
Hmm.
And he's going to use the height advantage he has now to scout out the 2 creatures that are engaging his party, and the one, I believe, since I have my optical mechanendrite out, I can see. I think it's like, what, 40 meters? I'm also going to go through all the information I have possibly on known incidences involving these creatures and try and figure out a way to figure out what their weaknesses are,
Sick.
you know, how they hunt and stuff like that. So I'm going to make a lore check on wildlife or creatures that inhabit this planet.
You can do a survival check or any relevant lore that you think.
Well, I have known in all forms of common lore or scholastic.
Awesome. Just do anyone you want. Just doesn't.
Is there a modifier?
You get a. No, you get a +0 because you haven't been on this planet for a while.
Okay. I have to factor in my other. Uh, 3 degrees of success.
Sick. What you see in front of you is an apex predator local to the world. It has a deadly adaptation. These are basically mutations. They are the furthest consequence of mutations left untreated. Both of them used to be humans, and now they live as these sort of surviving creatures in the wild. The one right in front of you has deadly claws. Shooting its claws will limit its potential to attack. The other one is a Hominis Nocturni. It has a toxic tongue and a toxic claw. Those who are wounded by it will slowly start to mutate. And the worse the injury, the worse the mutation. It enters the bloodstream and alters your DNA. Slowly over time you will turn into one of them. There is no known cure.
As a free action, I am also going to say to the party in a voice that you've never actually heard before. We must defeat the one in the back. Priority must be dealt with first.
You get an inspiration point for a good idea. What do you do then, Victor?
Does making the lore check use up my attack actions?
No.
I'm then going to pull out my autogun and attempt to take a shot at the one in the far back.
Yeah.
So I just roll a ballistic crit.
Yeah.
In your character sheet, there's the hit option on your gun, the gear section.
You roll the button. You click the button that says hit.
I assume I can take a full aim then, right?
No.
No. Full aim
half.
takes a full turn. You can do.
Okay.
You cannot do a half aim either because you moved. So it's no aim. No aim, short distance, short range, standard shot. Oof.
Nope.
Oof. Alright. You fire the gun once, it flies over the head of the creature. Just shotgun.
I'm gonna hip fire the hell gun into.
Did he cut off?
I think so.
Alright.
Jashaka.
You're gonna skip his turn?
Just.
Hmm?
Oh, he
Okay,
rolled.
Go.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Can you guys hear me?
You disappeared for a moment.
Okay. Jashaka will, realizing he has a threat in front of him, he fires his hell gun at his hip. Hits 8 degrees. Yes.
Oh, so awful. I regret giving you this gun.
You didn't give it
Fuck
to
him
me,
up!
you stole it.
Yeah, you took it, you fucking asshole. That was one of the extras guns. You don't touch the extras.
Romanian gypsy intensifies.
2500. That's insane. So that would be the
So
body.
it's every 2 I roll an extra d10.
Up to 2. So it's plus 20. Plus 2
That's
this
for
one.
the sniper rifle, though, isn't it?
No, it's also for this one. So it's plus 2 d10. Sick. So in total,
Went down from that.
your microphone is breaking up a little bit.
80 damage.
18 damage, pen 7. Holy fuck. Who are you shooting?
The human
The one in front of me.
doctor. Oh,
The one in
Even
front
though
of me.
you hit, you miss. The thing morphs and becomes amorphous the second your bullet passes through it, and you sort of see its body twisting in a weird motion, and then it keeps crawling on all fours towards you. The creature is going to, at an unnatural speed, start
Oh.
running.
if it moves, it triggers my Overwatch.
It does indeed. The Humanist Nocturni jumps from this location onto the roof of the vehicle. As it's
Bitches
jumping,
benefits.
like as it's in the air, your flamer goes off.
Oh, so no worries of friendly fire.
Do you have the ability that excludes civilians?
Well, if I'm aiming up, I presume it's not gonna hit my friendlies.
It lands on the corner of the car. You gotta do things quickly, guys, if you wanna do something. We're in action here. So you don't want to shoot it? You don't want to shoot it? Okay.
No, I'm shooting. I'm shooting the motherfucker.
Then roll for the fucking hit! Jesus.
I'm not hitting. I have a flamer. I roll damage purely.
Okay, good.
9 energy pen too.
Okay, so the flame goes off. It's covered in flames. As you see it land on the vehicle, it looks like just this flaming demon. You see sort of fire coming up from it. However, you didn't even scratch it. It took no damage.
Is it also on fire?
Yes.
God damn it.
It's taking fatigue damage now anyway.
Is it?
The
Yeah, it
fire
does.
brings fatigue damage, yep.
For humans.
Yeah, I
The
don't know
thing-
if it's only for humans.
The thing lands on the vehicle and you feel this claw just piercing into your left arm.
I'm gonna dodge the fucker.
Yep.
I'm not dodging shit.
Fate point.
I'm gonna face it.
You can reroll with an inspiration.
I don't have any inspiration. I'm gonna fate
Or
it.
fate.
Oh yeah, I'm dodging that shit. I knew I should invest in dodge.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Callus, I'm gonna allow you to move 1 meter away from it. Do you wanna like drop down on your butt?
Yeah, exactly. I'm closing that hatch as I'm holding it to dear Emperor. Like my life depends on it. Get it, guys? Did you like it?
You jump down the hatch and you immediately close it, running to the back of the vehicle. Extremely well done. Mac.
Mac is noticing that the Apex Predator suddenly ran up to it, pulls out his auto pistol and reflex and fully fires into the beast.
Let's hope he hits.
One sec.
Okay, guys. Before your turn begins, prepare the rolls and do everything, like when you know your turn is coming up.
Mhm.
Awesome. That's 2 hits,
Yes.
and the hit is to the arm and then the arm. So 2 hits to the arm.
Yes, it's 10 and 11
10 and
damage.
11. Very nice. So you hit the Apex Predator twice. How do you want to do this? What does it look like?
It's just a wild flurry of bullets flailing into the Apex Predator as Mac finally gets some distance away from an opponent. You see him panting and coughing as he didn't like being up close to this bastard.
Sick. The thing is just peppered with bullets. You see it opening up and the blood just spurts all over your uniform. You are now half red, basically. The horrible monster falls to the ground and is dead.
Son of a bitch, get out of here!
You get an inspiration point. Scavola.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
The one I was shooting at, was it the Humanist or the Apex Predator? Because I
You shot
was
at
trying
the
to.
Apex.
You shot at
Okay, I'm just double checking.
Is the Apex Predator still amorphous?
No, it looks firm.
Okay. So I'll aim again carefully. It's short range. Close. And I'll take a shot with a prayer to the Omniscient,
Yes. Nice.
hitting the beast in what appears to be the body.
Yep.
Doing 12 damage pen too.
The Apex Predator.
Yep.
Are you just gonna sacrifice me to this shit?
Okay. It roars out in pain as you see an open wound in its side. It sort of twitches to the side once, but it seems determined to claw the chunk to pieces. Callus.
Callus would drop down in one of the back seats,
You
scared for
land
his life.
comfortably in one of the seats, one of these soft seats. It has a little spring to it, so you sort of bounce once comically, and then stand back up on your feet, sweat pouring down your face.
He then looks at the hatch. Does it try to open the hatch?
You don't know yet.
Then he takes both his hand flamer and his flamer and screams at the hatch. You want a piece of me, you filthy creature? Then come, I dare you, I double dare you, as he points both of his flamers at the hatch on
Inside the
standby.
vehicle?
Inside.
Okay. Okay. Just checking.
If you-
Just checking. This is your one vehicle, by the way.
I'm not dying to this.
Okay, yeah, fine. The creature in front of you, Jashaka, starts attacking. You have to call dodge if you're gonna dodge.
I'm gonna take a dodge action. Sorry, I thought I hit the key.
Okay, okay.
Three degrees of success with dodge.
Sick. So it attacks you once, and then it attacks again. Do you have another dodge?
Do I only get dodge for one attack, I'm assuming?
Do you have a step aside, which gives you 2 dodges?
No.
There's a talent that gives you 2 dodges.
No, he cannot dodge again.
Whoosh. Okay.
Okay.
The thing slashes at your leg, your left leg, and you feel this claw just attached to your leg. You take a total of 11 rending damage.
So, question, how does this work in regards to, like, the little chart with the different parts of the body and whatnot with the armor?
Reverse the numbers on the head.
No, yeah, but just look at your leg, and if you have enough armor to cover it, then you don't take any damage.
Also, toughness, the toughness bonus.
Yeah, but I'm assuming you don't have 11.
No, I don't have that, but does it soak up some of the damage, or do I just take all
Yeah,
the damage?
Exactly, yeah. I'm forgetting that you haven't been in combat yet, sorry. Yes, so you subtract the number that I said. You subtract 5 from the number I said. So it would be a total of 6. You take 6 damage. So you're down to 6 minutes.
If only somebody here had 11 armor.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Ah, you fucker.
Oh, just wait till my turn.
Victor.
Can I pipe up as a reaction?
Yep, absolutely.
Mac, you hear Mac bellow from the deepest of his gut as Victor, or as he notices Victor lighting up another shot, yell, "Vic! Aim for that big son of a bitch on the roof, suppress it with all you got!" As he,
How much taller is the vehicle roof to where I'm standing on this rock?
About 2.5 meters.
Could I easily leap onto it and pull myself up?
Not easily. Wait, you got leap up, don't you?
I have
you
things
got-
that would assist me in leaping, yes.
This is bionic legs, right?
Possibly,
Good quality.
yes.
Yeah, you can jump up easily.
Haha! So, what you guys are kind of preoccupied with the apex predator, but you're going to hear kind of a whirling and wheezing sound coming from the direction of Victor, whereas I take a small running start wall on top of the stone, and I'm going to leap on top of the truck here, and for a brief moment, you get to see underneath the cloak and see 2 metallic-looking claw appendages that kind of resemble that of what, a foot would be like. And I'm going to leap on top of the vehicle roof here.
Sick. Good description. You get an inspiration point. Remember, you get an inspiration point for good descriptions. Yep. Go ahead.
Upon landing on the truck, Callus is going to notice a giant shift in weight as the truck kind of sinks on the rear end a little bit.
Also.
Alright, upon getting on top of the truck, Victor is then going to pull out both of his mechanical mechandrites, and I am going to try and make myself as menacing, as intimidating as I humanly possibly can to this Nocturnus.
Mm.
So I will attempt to make an intimidate check on it.
Yep.
Quick question: if I have two manipulator mechadendrites, do I get the strength bonus for both of them if I'm utilizing them?
It depends on the situation. We'll see when it shows.
Because right now I'm using both of them to try and intimidate this creature. So would that add 40 or would it just be 20?
No, just once.
It's the bonus is for lifting objects.
It says strictly for strength checks.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not. Doesn't count for intimidate. That's not what it's intended for.
You can intimidate things with giant pinsy stuff.
Man, their forklift sure looks scary.
Let's say you get a +10. Fine. You get a +10 to intimidate.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It didn't make much of a difference, so it's totally fine.
Well, the manipulators are still at the ready to help me with destroying.
Sick. So you look like some kind of transformer.
Jashaka is going to try to finish off this apex predator with the hell gun.
Nice. You have enough time to aim if you want to aim.
Can I do a called shot instead?
That is a full turn, so you would have to wait until next turn to fire.
I think.
Okay, then I'll
there's
just.
Don't you
Then
have
I'll
an
just do a
ability
full aim.
for full shot?
Come on, guys.
Say that again.
15 seconds per turn. Go.
Just run with it. Just go.
Just shoot it. It fired.
Blam.
10 degrees of success.
Sick. I'm gonna let you, because you have 10 degrees of success, I'm gonna let you aim wherever you want. Where do you want it to hit?
I want to blow off the other claw.
Basically hit its head right now with that roll, but I think that's
Okay. You wanna hit the other claw?
Oh, then I'll hit the head then.
The head. Okay. Good choice, by the way. Damage.
Does he get any other roll for the head? And that? Oh, okay. Yeah, it does.
Call out the damage.
So that's 13.
17 points of damage, because I also get a plus
Oh.
4 to damage.
Alright.
17?
You can
17 pen 7.
Oh my
you can
god.
replace the original D10 with your degrees of success.
Okay. Basically, how do you want to do this? So the creature starts attacking you. The head is moving wildly around. As the head is moving around, you have like 2 seconds of time where you're just leaning your gun into its eyeball. You're literally like just jammed it in there, and then you pull the trigger, and it's like
Actually, I got an idea for you.
Okay, go.
Jashaka not liking when targets come too close. Prayed for the Emperor, and a shining light appeared where the eyes should be. He saw it as a sign. He pulled the trigger for the Emperor and fired.
Okay, the head explodes, and it's just this fountain of blood slowly raining down on you. It's very light, almost like a powdery blood. It is beyond that.
Jashaka looks at it and goes, "The Emperor protects."
Sick. Now for our little friend. He is going to...
Christ!
He's going to roll a dice to see who he wants to attack. Let's see.
Fingers crossed, guys. Somebody with dodge. Somebody who's not inside the car.
Oof. Alright, Jashaka. He jumps down to you. We're fitting because you're the last one to shot.
I'm dodging.
Yeah, I assume. He lands behind you. I'm gonna give you... No, I'm not gonna be awful enough to give you -10 actually. Just go ahead and roll.
One degree of success.
1 degree of success. Okay.
Yeah. Do you wanna reroll it?
No,
It
that's
doesn't,
fine.
It doesn't matter.
Oh.
They're individual attacks. The first claw hits you. And then the other one hits you as well. Oh my Jesus Christ. This might be bad, dude.
Even with 1 degree of success for my dodge, I still...
It has several attacks. It
Okay.
attacks you again. And
You actually failed your dodge roll.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
then let me re-roll that real quick.
wait, you failed the dodge roll.
Yeah, I didn't read them correctly. Sorry.
Reroll. Spending fate or inspiration.
Yeah, it's still a fake.
Inspiration. Yeah, no,
Oh,
I'm getting hit.
man. This might be bad, my dude. Sorry about this. So he is going to hit you once with his claw. You see this, like I said, it looks basically like this huge demonic figure standing in front of you. Outerworldly. You can see that maybe it was a human at one point, and now it's just this big unnatural thing. You can see biological veins and different growths, teeth sort of moving and growing and bubbling up as it's attacking you. It hits you once for 17 rending damage.
Yeah, I'm down.
You can then take a willpower test. Sorry, toughness test.
Wait, how much are you on critical?
How does that work?
If you go into negative, the remaining life is your critical amount. So if you go into -3 or 3 critical damage.
So you said the damage was 17?
Mm-hmm.
I am 6 in the crit.
6 critical.
Pull up the table, my dude. Let's see what you get.
Isn't the 6th death?
No.
No. It depends on the region.
That's the third of it.
Yeah.
Okay. Rending damage.
Looks like we're gonna be replacing somebody's arm with a bionic one.
Oh no.
So
Keep
you
it all of the
said
fitness.
-6?
Yes.
Okay. The blow mangles flesh and muscle as it hacks into the target's hand, liberating 1d5 fingers in the process.
Oof.
Roll a 1d5.
Not the trigger finger.
Oh no! What are you gonna pull the trigger?
Oh no!
Oh my
What happened? What happened?
God! 5 all of them!
Oh no!
It's okay, we have technology.
This is the scene from... Oh, no.
Did you take the entire hand?
The hand is off. He literally chops the hand off. The target is stunned for 1 round and must take a challenging toughness test or suffer the lost hand condition. You can lose your...
Well, I mean, I'm already down, so
No, you're not.
does it really matter?
No, you're not. Going into negative, going into critical, doesn't do anything except the critical effect. You only die when you're at -10.
Well, that's probably the next attack.
Not if we kill it before it makes the next attack.
But every critical effect happens, so you first have to do this. Challenging toughness test.
Plus
+0 toughness test.
Yeah.
Your
he
hand
failed.
is off. You now suffer the lost hand condition. Which
can
is very-
he use a fate point to get a +10 on that?
You can use a fate point to re-roll it.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Awesome.
Hell no.
Jashaka, your hand flies off violently, landing in the sand, and there's a violent spurt of blood out from the side of your chest. You quickly sort of cover up the wound. This was your left hand, or your right hand?
Yes.
Okay, so you're still holding your hellgun. And it is going to attack again.
Oh boy, he just keeps on coming, doesn't it?
Like I said, he's not going to be alive, so I don't know why I was rolling.
Because the effects happen anyway.
No, I got that.
Yeah, but there's a thing in this game where you can stay alive even though you die. I'll explain it later. Trust me, there's a reason. Okay, he actually hits your right arm.
Oh my god! He's gonna get a full set of mechanical arms.
You're at minus
Wow,
10.
that is survives this.
You're at minus 10.
Yeah, I'm at minus 10.
It says, the attack slices clean through the arm and into the torso, drenching the ground in blood and gore. The target is killed instantly, leaving a ruined corpse on the ground. The arm falls to the ground, its fingers spasm uncontrollably, pulling the trigger of any held weapon.
No!
If the target was carrying a ranged weapon, roll 1d100.
Well,
You can roll a
this
20.
sucks.
20. Nothing happens. The gun fires in a random direction, like a couple of blasts. Bum bum. And everyone sees Jashaka fall to the ground. This is when, Jashaka, you can choose to burn a fate point to keep your character alive.
Yeah, it basically
Yeah, sure.
drops the maximum faith points you can have.
So Jashaka now has...
Sure.
Become one of us.
Awesome.
Become a cog, bro.
So Jashaka is now still alive. Mac, it's your turn.
Max, seeing as he runs out, Jashaka into into a fit rage. There is a great bluster across his cheeks as he swaps out his auto pistol for his sniper rifle again. He pulls it up, looks through the scope from this short distance anyway, or to the iron sights, and unleashes all his fury and rage into the next shot.
Awesome
To the
description.
humanist.
Great description, you get an inspiration point. And... Jashaka wishes to be
52 against 115. That's
Right.
6 or 7 degrees of success.
Awesome. Okay.
That's 7 degrees of success. 6 degrees of success.
Roll damage plus 2d10.
That's 8, but because I have a nice ability called Hammer of the Emperor, I'm gonna re-roll the damage for that one. So that's a 15, and for every two successes, I get a D10. So that's
Nice.
17 plus 15
You can
equals
only
30.
go to plus 2d10.
Is that so? I thought with
Yeah.
accuracy that.
No, it has a maximum of extra dice you can roll.
Maximum 2d10. So, but it's still good.
2.
It's 14.
So that's 14. Yeah, so that's 29. in the
29 pen 3. Oh my god. And where do you hit him?
I hit a 25, which is on the left arm. Let's see.
29 pen 3. I'm gonna do some math. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Okay. So the arm was what you said?
The left arm. His
The
left arm.
Mac, as you shoot the left arm, it violently detaches from this creature's body. You just see it flail, and it actually hits one of the windshields, bouncing off and hitting Scaevola in the head. You see blood spurting everywhere. The creature starts howling in pain and basically leans up against the car. The car violently shakes as the creature is looking at you. It's almost dead. Athan.
Get it, Scaevola, now!
Scaevola got hit by that hand and shook. His sight towards the beast was altered, so now he was looking at the ground. Slowly he looked upwards towards the beast with more hatred than anyone can ever understand through his lenses that he has for eyes. and he turns his gun and takes a shot with all the fury he can muster.
Sick. You get an inspiration point for an awesome description. And that is...
Barely hits.
Oof. Just barely. Where is that? That is in the...
Torso, no?
Torso?
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome.
67.
Sick. Good hits. Okay. It had 1 wound left, and you did 1 damage to it.
I did what I had to.
Good.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Yeah.
It's like Starship Troopers. I did my part.
Yeah. As it's leaning up against the vehicle, it looks at you almost like a wounded dog. It looks like pleadingly, like, no, don't do it. You pull the trigger, and you see this huge blast. The thing falls to the ground lifeless.
I take another shot on its corpse.
So you all hear a couple of more blasts, and you see... the
Well, I
creature.
empty the rest of my clip.
Okay.
And then I'll turn towards the van and I'll say, Promethium dispensal needed.
Sick. So you're standing over it, sort of shooting again and again. The thing twitches and turns to a bloody mess. We are out of combat.
Nice. Well, you know what Kellis is gonna do? Do you want it well done or extra crispy?
Ashes.
Before he takes a flamer to it, Victor is going to jump down from the top of the truck and go over to this creature. And he's going to use his Bedeke tool to cut off a segment of the body of the creature, primarily more towards the claws, because he wants to understand how it's capable of causing mutations.
Just take the hand that has been detached by the rifle.
And you're all ignoring Jashaka laying there on the ground.
No, Mac is actually going up to him and he's scoffed.
No, Victor is doing this for a reason, because he understands that damage caused by this creature can cause mutations in the things that it has harmed. So in order for me to understand what risks he's at, I need to understand what it's capable of.
Smart. You're all standing around the vehicle. There are splatters of blood all over it. There's a trail of blood where the thing sort of leaned up against the window. You're still bathing in moonlight, and you're sort of standing around looking at these dead corpses. Jashaka's body especially saddening on the ground as he's sort of twisted up, and both of his arms are off.
Okay, I'll try to stop the bleeding.
Also, you can take a Medicaid test.
Modifiers?
Plus
None.
zero, plus 0.
Okay.
Roll another one, minus 10.
I'm taking my Medicaid mechadendrite in.
Yep.
I think the mechadendrite can automatically succeed at blood loss checks.
Sick,
Let me
but
check.
this is not a blood loss test. Scavola, you can do a makeshift operation on Jashaka and save one of his arms.
Wait, he lost both arms?
He lost both
yeah.
arms. And all the fingers on one of his arms as well.
Well, his hand.
His left has no fingers, his right is mangled.
Yep.
Okay, so what do I need to do?
You've already done it. You can spend. You can spend the rest of the night basically stitching up one of his hands. You're able to do that to connect the nerve tissue. The other one is damaged beyond repair.
I think I'll save the right arm, because that wasn't the one that lost all its fingers, I think.
Okay.
Fingers throw back, right?
Yeah, sure.
That's not how it works, unfortunately.
Well,
just sew him back on.
You just have these loose sausages attached to your hand.
We put one of them on backwards so his middle finger goes into his arm.
I'm sorry for laughing, Jashaka. It's awful. But I mean, the critical effects in this game are hilarious. Yeah, you managed to sew it back on. Jashaka, you have your right arm again.
Is it fully functional?
It's fully functional.
Well, I
Well,
wouldn't
good.
say-
I can fuck myself with it.
Scavola. What do you want to do? What does this look like?
It looks like a lot of blood splashing everywhere, trying to stop everything that's happening and save whatever limb I can. Now it's like my robes are red even more,
Awesome.
but not for the right reasons.
A little darker red this time. You lean down and you see Jashaka's eyes open. But no, we haven't removed your helmet, Jashaka. Is that like glued on permanently or something? You said you didn't want to be exposed.
Yeah, you and besides, there's only one eye because the other is behind a patch eye.
Is there a need for me to take off his helmet?
No. No.
Then
not
I
really.
don't.
Okay.
I'll just do whatever little as necessary as needed, and then just, hey, not my business.
Awesome. Jashaka, you actually wake up in shock and in horrible pain. You see a very competent... yeah, you can explain it, Skull. What happens?
Well, you see a tech priest covered in your blood, with a mechadendrite that has what appears to be a saw attached to it, and lots of other medical tools. And my first words, you're awake.
Oh fuck! The Chaos Gods got me. Fuck!
We can do a little role-playing scene before we go on, so go.
What is a chaos god?
You're not it. You're not a Slaneshi cultist trying to inflict pleasure and pain on.
It appears the sedative worked better than expected.
Nice.
Do we gain any corruption from hearing the word Slanesh?
No. No, you're fine. I'm assuming
I don't
you're
know
cool.
what that is.
Jashaka is just making sure he's... And then realizes his left fingers are missing and he goes, fuck, I'm still alive.
Isn't his entire left arm missing?
No, his left hand is missing all 5 fingers. His right hand or his right arm got mangled.
I remember a toughness test that he failed. Bye.
That was for the no hand condition.
Okay.
Jashaka, I forgot something. You can roll 2 d100s. Don't roll under a 3. Please.
I now kind of want to see if he rolls a 3.
85 and a 56.
You're fine. You're fine. Go on.
My
Well,
car is even more red now.
Yes.
Consider it camouflage.
That makes no sense.
Gallus looks around the floor to find the missing fingers and gives it to Stravola and asks, do you need any of these? Can you put them back together?
Fleshy bits are dead. Discard them.
He looks at the fingers and says, shame. He takes the middle finger. Can I keep this one though?
Jashaka's gonna take them and be like, give me my fingers back.
He's gonna make a necklace out of them.
He looks.
Actually, I was gonna say that.
He looks at you as you have your back on the ground and says, try me fingerless, Joe. And throws Matt the middle finger and says, here, you can keep it. As he puts the fingers into a pile to burn with the rest of the apex predator and the humanus.
Why the fuck are you throwing me a middle finger, Callus?
Because it's my way of telling me that I love you.
Yeah,
This is
one more
not-
thing, by the way. If you're ever gonna go into a vehicle with both of your fucking flamers, I'm gonna shoot you myself. What on earth were you thinking?
Well, we all make mistakes in moments of passion, Matt.
Callus,
Yes?
I'm gonna make a mistake on your face if you don't keep it up.
To each their own then.
Great, can you burn these sons of bitches before I start,
Yeah, well, could you help me with the bodies? They're kinda heavy.
Yeah, someone's gotta keep an eye out, so that's a no.
Appreciate it.
I throw the middle finger back at you.
At this point, Victor is going to hand Scavala a data pad as he sees me reach into my cloak, and he can hear the little princes and prances of ascribed times as I pull a data pad out from my cloak and I hand it to him with the information what I gathered from these creatures and the possible threat that they may pose to the person that they killed or harmed.
Awesome. You'll get a bonus if you encounter these guys next time, and you'll also be more careful when you're traveling to avoid them.
Yes.
And you all get an inspiration point for awesome work. What do you do?
I guess we go on our merry way to the temple. Hopefully, they have a few spare mechanical fingers for us to borrow. BRB, peace break.
Next time I want a flyer.
That is possible. Say.
Would I be able to perform some kind of Medicaid check on him while we're going down to the Flame Brands to see if there's any possible mutations? Yep.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I just do a standard Medicaid test.
1 degree of success.
Nice. No, the strain of mutation has left his body. You assume that it was somewhere in his arm that you've discarded, and he was saved by cutting it off. You are all in the clear.
Go to the firebrand?
Yep, just waiting for Tavi to come back.
Congratulations, guys, we survived the fight, and somehow Jashaka came out of it without losing that much.
I lost a fate point, that's pretty huge.
That
Well,
could have gone a lot worse.
yeah.
Definitely could have.
I'm glad that Jashaka lost the fate point and not all of us. Those things were evil.
Did that thing crit him? Is that why it did 17 damage?
No, it just does that much. It's an awful thing.
I'm guessing it had a lot of strength.
Yeah, let me see.
I was actually going to try and grapple its arms so that it could only bite things.
Yes, it has a lot of strength. It has a shit ton of toughness, shit ton of agility. Most of all, it's
I'm
just
guessing
full of mutations that makes it like unnaturally strong.
Was it a chaos ball?
No, nothing supernatural. Like I said, if it was, you would be doing like like fair checks.
Coas.
So note to self, next time you guys tell me, hey, we need your help, I'm gonna be like, nope, not this.
Yeah, well, we needed your help. Thank you. Your sacrifice will be remembered.
Well, in my defense, I told you all that the thing in the back needed to die first, and you decided to kill the other things first. So I'm just
That is true.
I mean, I was in melee with the creature anyway. I was gonna get attacked by one of them too.
well, you could have disengaged me.
Oh well, it's over.
It's a lesson learned.
Indeed. Is everyone here?
The lesson learned is mostly that I need an automatic to do suppressing fire.
Could have gone worse. You could have rolled a 90.
I don't know. The dice were merciful.
They were. Tavi, are you back?
He's still pissing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Will Jisaka need to make a requisition roll to get those mechanical fingers?
Mechanical fingers or mechanical arm?
I don't know. He didn't lose the entire arm.
Yes, he did.
Did?
He,
I asked earlier and they said only the fingers.
no. First he lost his
The left
fingers.
hand lost the fingers.
Yeah, exactly. First he lost his fingers, and then he lost the arm. I said
Yeah, because he felt.
And then they surgically put back the arm.
they
No.
surgically put out the right arm, not the left arm.
I was under the impression by your description that he only lost the fingers on the left hand, and then the right arm was the one that got severely.
What I said was it was confusing.
Yeah, that's
so
what
it
I was thinking too.
Yeah, it was totally confusing. So let me explain it. So first he did a crit 6 on your left arm. You lost your fingers, and then he did a crit 10 on your left arm. Then remember I said he hits again. Oh no, he's hitting your right arm. And then he did a -10 crit on your right arm. That's when you lost your right arm. But you didn't go through the -6, so you didn't lose your fingers.
So how
So,
did he
yeah,
get a
well-
-10 on the left arm if he only attacked twice?
Say again?
How did he get a -10 on the crit table for his left arm if the creature only attacked twice?
No,
I'm
see-
not following.
He got a crit on his left arm.
His attacks actually, when he succeeds, he does multiple attacks based on his degrees of success. So it was far more than just 2 attacks. It was like a flurry of blows.
Oh, that makes sense. I thought it
No.
was 2 attacks, and the second
Yeah,
attack
right.
took off.
Yeah, no. It's a
Moving on,
complicated,
just have it back.
ability. So, but basically, first attack,
Yeah.
first cut off the fingers, then the arm, and then the other arm. Awesome. All right, Callus. So you follow the directions to the thing, and we can round off with the arrival. Let's see. So, the camp
Oh, this was
itself.
madness.
The camp itself is surrounded by crystal-like rocks sticking out of the sand. As you're driving, your belted vehicle kind of shakes. You see Jashaka sitting in the back, tired. He occasionally falls asleep. As you look to your right, you see a line of foreboding metal pillars. Those of you who are familiar with sort of tech use and that sort of thing, you recognize these as antennae. You also see cogitators covered in sand sticking out of some of the tents, as well as vox transmitters, advanced picked recorders covered in cloth to protect against the sand, and you see at least about 3 dozen tents surrounding a massive stone temple. As you approach, the light from the morning sun casts this very mellow orangey light, and you see a guard wearing leather rags, carrying a quarterstaff with a glowing orb. He slowly walks down this sort of elevated area of the camp towards you as the vehicle approaches. And he sort of signals for you to halt. And that's where we end it.
Man, what a field trip.
Oof, I felt bad. I felt so bad about that. He just rolled the best rolls. I think he rolled like 11 to attack you, Jashaka. And he does a lot of damage.
So I literally